I wanted to talk to you guys today about a series that I am starting on my community tab for the entire year. One of the things I've noticed over the years since I was first dealing with fibro symptoms back as a new mom, I was a new mom and I was a new single mom. I don't know how you do it. You've got everything under control, even when I didn't. Trust me, I did not have everything under control. But it would never work for me because, or, well, that's great if I could do this or that, or, any number of reasons or excuses for why something wouldn't work, even often without trying it. I think one of the reasons that I was different in that respect is that I didn't see myself as having a choice. Now, I will tell you, you always have a choice, even if the choices do nothing or figure something out. You always have a choice. One of the things that I was exposed to as part of my time in Mary Kay, it was the idea of a milking the cow attitude. If you grew up on a farm or have spent much time around a farm, you might readily understand that concept. The cows always need milked. If death in the family, somewhere to be, the cows still need milked. Milking is not, one of those things you can just choose if you want to do it or not. I had that influence. There was also a meeting I had started going to with actually a national sales director. One day in that meeting, she presented this idea to us to acknowledge the behavior and affirm the character trait. It works for any number of character traits. I think it really helped me through the years be able to foster that ability to see the good, whether it be in people or my own life. When we are looking for certain things, those are the things that we're going to see more. If I'm looking for something in the people around me, I'm more likely to see that than negative characteristics. And it works the same for yourself too, guys. But what happened was we'd been playing in the floor in the living room or whatever. My youngest needed her diaper changed. So I grabbed a diaper and wipes, I think out of a diaper bag or something. And, just real quick was going to change her diaper right there. And the wipes container was empty. Maybe it had one wipe in it or something. It was not enough for what I needed. And so I asked my son, who at the time would have been maybe 2.5, to go get wipes from the changing table. For whatever reason, he couldn't find them. What he did was he brought me a rag. And having just heard this, it was fresh on my mind. So I'm like, thank you for bringing me this rag. That was really resourceful. Now, he was 2.5. Do you think he had any clue whatsoever what resourceful meant? The answer to that is no. However, he was beaming, ear to ear grin. Now, that son just turned 18 a month or so ago. Guess what he will still do if you use the word resourceful around him? He will be smiling. He might turn away from you but just because, he's shy in some ways. But he still gets an ear-to-ear grin, even though he probably doesn't remember that initial time. But it was something he was able to internalize about himself, is that he is resourceful. So another example of resourcefulness would be like, we wound up, some water had been left in a kettle, which was a really old kettle anyway, and it had developed a pinhole in the bottom of it, and so of course it was not good for actually using as a kettle anymore. My daughter just turned around, grabbed a pan, and heated up her water for her hot chocolate. So this week will be our first week. Our character trait will be resourcefulness. I will be posting a character trait thread on my community tab each Sunday. See if you can use the formula to acknowledge the behavior, affirm the character trait at some point in your life, with whether it's in your real life, interactions or somewhere on YouTube, go ahead and shout those people out for whatever positive things they are doing that week that fit our theme. And see if maybe you can see ways that you fit those character traits too.